Once upon a time, there was a very sweet girl who was loved by everyone, especially by her grandmother, who gave her a beautiful red cloak. The girl wore it so often that everyone started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, her mother asked her to take a basket of food to her grandmother, who lived on the other side of the forest, warning her, "Do not get distracted on the way, and do not talk to strangers." Little Red Riding Hood promised to obey and set off through the forest. However, as she walked, a very cunning wolf appeared, eager to eat both the girl and her grandmother. "Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?" the wolf asked sweetly. "I'm going to my grandmother's house. She's sick. She lives at the end of the forest," replied the innocent girl. The cunning wolf had an idea. "Why don't you pick some flowers for your grandmother? That will make her very happy." Little Red Riding Hood, excited by the idea, veered off the path to pick flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf quickly ran to the grandmother's house. There, he pretended to be Little Red Riding Hood, and when the grandmother opened the door, he swallowed her in one gulp. Then, he put on her nightcap, got into bed, and waited for Little Red Riding Hood. Shortly after, Little Red Riding Hood arrived at the house. She entered and approached the bed, noticing something strange. "Grandmother, what big eyes you have. They are to see you better," replied the wolf disguised as the grandmother. "Grandmother, what big ears you have. They are to hear you better." "Grandmother, what big teeth you have. They are to eat you better." And with that, the wolf jumped out of bed and leaped onto Little Red Riding Hood. But just at that moment, a hunter passing by heard the screams and rushed to the house. Seeing the wolf, he confronted him, caught him, and rescued Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother, who was still able to be saved. Little Red Riding Hood promised never to disobey her mother again and to never stray from the path. And so ends the tale of Little Red Riding Hood, with a valuable lesson. It is always important to obey and be cautious with strangers.